Hello, Grace here with Amazing Parenting. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so and giving me a thumbs up. That helps YouTube to know we're doing some great stuff over here. The next few series, I'm going to be talking to the dads. It's Amazing Parenting's aim to bridge the gap between parent and child. And so I wanted to take these first few sessions and speak to the fathers, to speak to the dads out there. So stay tuned and I'll be right back. Okay, let's get straight into it. The reason why I wanted to do these sessions for the dads was because over the years, it's come to my attention that dads are beginning to take a back seat sometimes. Why? Because since the suffragettes, women have forged forward in every area of their life. And with that, dads have been pushed to the sideline. And mums, because they're super mums, they're in front, they're forward, they're educated, they're beautiful, they're industrial. It helps dads to think, well, the mums can get on and do it. The mums are capable. So I wanted to start these sessions and speak to the dads. And I've taken the word father and taken each letter of the word father and I'm going to expound on it. So I want to use the analogy of a house. And the letter F in father stands for foundation. So if we take the analogy of a house, the foundation of the house is what holds the house in place. And that's who you are as a dad. That's who you are as a father. Now, I've got my notes here because if not, I can talk about parenting from now until the rapture takes place. So I've got my notes here. But that's who you are as a dad. You are foundation. And the F in father stands for foundation. And I wanted to highlight different areas in a foundation. And while you're listening, I just want you to see yourself with these attributes. See yourself in these areas. And if you don't see yourself, ask yourself why. And then begin to implement these attributes into your fatherhood. Let's get straight into it. So we take the analogy of the house. Foundation is strong. You as the dad, you need to be strong. A foundation is stable. A foundation is solid. That's who you are as a dad. You are strong. You are stable. That's the foundation. You stand the test of time. If you remove the house, the foundation will still be there because you stand the test of time. That's what a foundation does. That's what a dad does. You stand the test of time. You are faithful. Oh my goodness, in this 21st century, so many dads are failing in this area of being faithful. I'm not talking about, having an affair. Just being faithful as a dad. Being there for your children. And sometimes you do. Life happens. And you and your wife, you and your partner separate. But you have to be there for your children. You have to be faithful. You have to be that foundation that is faithful. Foundation doesn't get up and leave. Foundation stays. Foundation says, no matter how heavy the house is, I'm going to stay. I'm going to be faithful to this house. I'm going to be faithful to who I am as foundation. It's so important that dads in this 21st century know who they are, know the power that they hold as foundation. Men ought always to be strong, to be solid, to be that foundation for their families, for their wives, for their children. I want to touch on 5 F's that you don't want to be as a father. This is faint. You don't want to be faint. You don't want to be weak as a father. Any little thing happens, you're weak, you're faint, you're giving out. No. You don't want to be fickle. You're up today, you're down tomorrow. No, you don't want to be fickle as a father. You want to have that solid foundation. Dependable. You don't want to be frivolous. You get paid and you squander all your money on gambling. You spend all your money on clothes, the latest shoes, the latest gadgets for your car, the latest laptop, the latest phone. You squander, you're frivolous with the things that you need to be solid with as a father, as a dad. You don't want to be fake. Your children can't afford to see you fake. You behave one way outside and a different way in the house, a different way before your wife, before your children. You don't want to be fake. Your children need to see you and see integrity as a father. And you don't want to be fragile. Any little thing you break, any little thing you break down, any little thing you can't cope. You don't want to be fragile. So these are areas that fathers don't want to be. And I'll go over those again. Faint, fickle, fragile, fake, and feeble. I didn't even cover feeble. Feeble, weak, sickly. You don't want to be that kind of a father. So it's important that as a dad, as that foundation, you remember who you are. You're strong, you're stable, you're solid. You stand the test of time and you are faithful. You are faithful. One of the areas I just want to close on what you don't want to be as a dad is fearful. At this recording, the pandemic is on. Coronavirus is on. You don't want to be fearful. You don't want to constantly be talking about fear in front of your children. You don't want to be having that every time you're watching the news and they report on how many people have gone, how many people have died. You don't want to have that fearful factor with your children. So these are areas that as fathers, we need to be looking at. We need to be assessing ourselves. I don't want this video to be too long, but I just want to end here by saying all parents can be great parents. It's a journey and we will get there. Remember to subscribe and like and share this video. Thank you.